guys, it's your girl Stephanie. Welcome and welcome back to Quilting Beauty and Books, my corner of YouTube. I pray that you and your family are all doing well today and that you enjoy today's video. I know I said that the next video that you will see will be me possibly wrapping some gifts down in the studio. Well, that is not going to happen today. It is coming. However, I forgot that the people that those gifts are for, they watch my videos. So, of course, I can't show them now. I'm not sure if I'm really going to show them now because who want to watch someone wrapping gifts after Christmas? I might still throw a little bit of footage in there so you will see what I did for that week. But I do want to go ahead and show you guys the last of the 7 quilts. I'm going to do I'm taking it off of Tafari. I'm going to do the squaring, which you'll see me doing on the table with 2 rulers. And that is just making sure that the quilt lies flat. So you won't have like corners that's like going, start straight and then go down, just to square it to make it even. And then you will see me putting the binding on. I am going to do the binding by machine. I suck at putting the binding on by machine. To me, of course, I am my own worst critic. But I am, I think the next times I'll do it by hand, go back to doing it by hand. And it'll help exercise my fingers and all that kind of good stuff. But I don't know. And then after that, you'll see me sign the quilt, and that means it is complete. So without further ado, a lot of this video will be sped up from this point on because of my daughter is home from school right now, and I have Benson in and out the house. He's barking, and I have the TV and music and stuff going on, so it will be sped up. I might be doing some voiceovers too, so I can be explaining to you exactly what I'm doing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started into the video. First things first, I will have to unroll the quilt and remove it from the frame. Okay, I removed the quilt from Tafari. Now onto the table. The process I'm about to do now is called squaring the quilt. When you square the quilt, you're just cutting the quilt so it will lay flat on any kind of surface, either it be the wall, on the bed, or wherever you have it, so it won't have like bunch or have any waves in it. So it's just making sure that the quilt is evenly cut to the best of your ability around the entire quilt. Now it is machine binding time. As stated before, this is my least favorite part of the quilting process, and it's only because I haven't found a rhythm or a knack for it as of yet. But what you do is in this video you will see me, I'm attaching the binding to the back side of the quilt, and this corner I'm coming up, I'm about to put a pin about 1/4 of an inch away from the edge, and that's only so I can miter. The pin will come out when I turn the quilt. Right now you probably can't see it because that quilt piece is in the way. One day I'm going to find a perfect angle to record when I'm quilting, but as right now, this is the best that I come up with. So again, I'm attaching the binding all the way around the entire back side of the quilt. And once I get back to where close to where I started, I will have to stop, and then I will have to attach those two ends together, and then I will flip the quilt over and sew down the binding on the front. So I'm going to stop talking right now and let you guys see for yourself. Okay guys, what you see here is the fact that I had ran out of binding. This is something that should never happen because you should always measure your binding. What had happened was that this binding was from a previous project, something that I was going to use on it, and I scrapped it and said no, I wanted to use a different fabric. So I just had this black fabric binding laying around, and I decided to go ahead and use it for this quilt. And I didn't measure it. I just went ahead and started using it. When I realized I was running low, went and cut some more fabric, ironed it, attached it to the end of that strip, and here I am. Keep going, proceeding right on along. And now I'm getting to that miter corner. You can see this one at this angle a little bit better. And this just creates a diagonal line at the edge of the quilt. And what I'm going to be doing is coming close to where I initially began. So what I'm going to have to do, you'll see me back tack and stop sewing here, take the quilt off, and now I have to attach the binding. I have to overlap the one tail the same width of the fabric. In this case, the strip was 2.5 inches wide, so I had to overlap that fabric 2.5 inches wide so that it will lay nicely once I sew the seams together. So now I'm sewing that seam, and you will see once I sew it, I can get to cut the excess fabric from it, which is what I just did. And now when I open it, voila, it lays, oh, now I cut it, I'm sorry. Now when I open it up, it lays nice and flat. Now all I have to do is just sew that rest of the binding down. The glove, let me go ahead and explain it. It has grips at the bottom, so it helps push the quilt along or move the quilt along, and it causes less stress on your shoulders and on your arm. So what I'm doing right now is changing my feet out because I flipped the quilt, and now I get to sew the binding to the front side. And once I do that, sign the quilt, it'll be all done. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys watch, and I'll see you at the end of the video. guys, here is the completed quilt. I'm so excited that it is done. Binding is on again. Machine binding is not my forte. Just threw it on here. This is a personal quilt, that's why. And again, I used the fat jelly rolls. I can't remember what them things are called. And I put like a little jagged geometric quilt design in it to make it look like, you know, spooky, like rah, you know, that kind of thing. But that, guys, that is it. I am so excited. All 7 quilts were finished in this same way. You know, you quilt it, then I had to square it, and then I put the binding on it, and now it's all complete. I did go ahead and sign them, but the other ones had pretty labels on them. Actually, yeah, I did sign it down here. Actually, hold on. This is how I made their labels, like that. And I hand stitched that down. But this is the one of the completed ones. I'm sorry you can't see the whole thing, but and the backing is this beautiful floral quilt. Actually, let me see if I can hang it up so you can see a little bit of something of it. It is so super stinking cute. And as you can see, this is the back. I love this gray floral. 2 of the corners they have squares. You can probably see squares right here, and then it goes squares, and then it drops to solid. It's on that corner, and this opposite corner down here. And I have like a floral quilt design in it, so I can't wait to gift this one. And it's another one similar to it, and then I have the pink one and the Halloween one, the one that I just showed you. So those are done. Are already gifted the charity quilts to the church, and I also did the commission baby quilt, and I will show you guys pictures of that. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This again was part 2 of the quilting vlog, and I am so glad that I was able to do part 2 because my machine is still acting up, okay? So I probably will have to have it serviced. People come out and service it. We don't know as of yet. But that's another video. So until the next video, guys, be blessed. Bye.